Hey everyone, since I am up to my ears in cherry tomatoes, and to be quite honest, I'm getting sick of soup and sauce and salsa, which I didn't think would happen. I'm gonna try and do like a sun-dried tomato in the oven type thing. So first I washed all of my cherry tomatoes, and then I'm just going to remove the stem. This one might not be a good one, and then cut them in half. While I'm doing this, I did preheat my oven to 150, like the lowest it can go. We're essentially dehydrating them, but in the oven. Okay, that first one did have a bug in it. No worries, it happens. So we're just gonna cut them in half and then place them cut size up on a baking sheet. Okay, I have them all lined up here. I'm not worried about them being close to each other because they're not like cookies, they're not gonna expand, but I don't want them overlapping. So now all I'm going to do is just liberally salt these. It's going to help draw out that moisture while they're essentially roasting or dehydrating in the oven. So I'm just going to go through and with no rhyme or reason, just kind of salt the tomatoes. Great. And then we're just going to pop these in the oven. Now the total cook time is going to be around 2-ish hours, but we're gonna come in and check on these after about 30 minutes. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, so time to do our first check-in. And they look exactly how I thought they would, which is pretty much the same. So the reason I'm doing this is just to make sure that they're not burning, but otherwise we're gonna let them go. I might expand this out closer to more like 45 minutes before the next check. Okay, we're about an hour and a half in. Sorry for that noise. It looks like we are starting to get closer. Like this one in particular, you really have the edges look like that wrinkly sun-dried tomato, but some of the bigger pieces are not there yet, so we're just going to put it back in and keep going. Okay, so we are done. This is about 3 hours total. You may take less time or more time depending on your oven, and we can see that they look just like sun-dried tomatoes. They are nice and wrinkly. So I'm going to transfer them to my jelly jar. It's about 20 ounces. And then I'm going to fill them or cover them with olive oil. If that's not enough, I have some grapeseed as a carrier. And I'll also be seasoning with some oregano just to add an extra flavor. You can use like Italian herbs. You can use nothing if you don't want to. Just keep in mind as well, because these have done a shortened time and they're in the oven, they may contain some moisture. So what I was trying to say is that because we did it in the oven for a shorter amount of time than you would normally, there's still going to be some moisture in the tomatoes, but that's okay. And this is our finished product. They look beautiful, they taste great. It was super easy, super hands-off. So I'm just gonna put a lid and store this in the fridge for about 2 weeks. If you guys know any way of storing these long-term, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for following along, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.